and they live in that awakened state. You meet these people, you don't know they see what you see, but you may sense that they do. You don't know that they feel what you feel or know what you know, but you get a sense that they do, because it's not about handshakes. It's not about rings and t-shirts. It's an inner knowingness, an intuitiveness. And you meet people and they say, well, I think I met you before. I know you somewhere. Or do I know you? Or you have so much in common with them, but you can't put your finger on what it is. They're a part of the secret society. And this society is so secret that is even a secret society is secret. That no one knows of it. Only the awakened know of it. And as you evolve, you was born into this secret society, which you were born awakened and born conscious. And that's why you had a desire for certain information and for certain knowledge and certain interests. And you were peculiar and different, and they threw names on that. Autistic, indigo child. They threw...
Peace. So Black Supremacy, Nattyisisyah. So I'm playing King Noble, and the video is called King Noble Says You Can Be a Part of a Secret Society Without Even Knowing It. And the reason why I'm playing this video, hold on, is because it's kind of proving my point. Well, it's proving my point that I wanted to make in this video today about your girl, Zoe Kravitz, Lenny Kravitz's daughter, because she has stated that she does not want to be called black, a black artist, right? And the thing about that is that when we say that we are black this or we are black that, it's supposed to be a symbol of pride. It's it's supposed to refer to, our level of success, having come from out of slavery and, being who we are, proving that, we do work twice as hard than everybody else, and that, despite all odds and everything, that we can come against all type of struggles, right? So hold on, I'm gonna look for the article. So I can read it to you. Actually, I took some snapshots. So, and I don't know how to put it on the screen, so I'm not gonna do that. But so she sees being a black artist is something negative, right? But here it's being portrayed, as though, because you say that you're a black artist, that you are less than, that you are not worthy, that you are being given a handout, right? And that, if you continue to be portrayed as such, that if you drop, that you're not going to get certain benefits, and that if you drop the phrase black before, any other type of title, that, all of a sudden more doors are going to open up to you, right? I don't know, maybe because they snubbed her at the Emmys, right? Because she performed, or she was part of the cast of, I think it's Big Little Lies, right? With 4 other white women, and all of those other white women got nominated. She's considered a woman of color. So I guess because, of instances like that, she might feel that, if she drops the word black, that all of a sudden she's going to get, more nominations or more acknowledgement. But what she fails to realize is that it doesn't really matter what you call yourself. If you go to a different country, they have a different word for you there. They're going to call you that without you having to tell them, So it's not like people are going around saying, I'm a black artist, I'm a black artist, I'm a black doctor, I'm a black teacher, I'm this or I'm that. That is just going to come, right? It's going to be attached, right? And, you can say you're not a black artist, and okay, everybody is entitled to be what they want to be. That's what we're told. We're told that everybody can be who they want to be. But what's the reality? What is the facts? How are you really viewed? Are you really viewed as just a human being? Are you really viewed as just another life form here? Or are you classified and categorized based upon your descriptions and your appearance and, your actions, your characteristics, your abilities, and your disabilities? That's how you're viewed in this world, right? So we know the facts, we know the reality, but if people want to go around and say that, they're not Black, or, stop calling me Black, this and that, okay, let's go down that road, right? We can easily look at Tiger Woods, for example, and this is what I don't get with these celebrities. You would think that things like that would, like what happened to Tiger Woods would stick out and stand out, how they treated him after he was drunk, right? And, how they plastered his face all over the media and, basically publicly humiliated him, right? Because he was Black. They didn't care that he was Black and Asian or whatever he calls himself. They did that because he, in the eyes of majority white people or the majority of a white country, so they tell us, view him as just a nigga, just Black, right? But let's go down the road with Zoe Kravitz not wanting to be called Black. Okay, for one, she's mixed, or both her parents are mixed, right? So in some people's minds, she could be considered not Black. But the thing is I want to point this out for those who do consider themselves Black right now too, and who are doing things like, you might be trying to be an artist, you might be trying to be a designer, you might be trying to, make a name for yourself in white supremacy, in the matrix, right? Don't forget the people who are supporting you while you are quote unquote Black. Because a lot of times when people get big or when they get enough money, fame, and fortune, they want to drop that, right? Because again, they think it's going to open up a lot of doors. But what happens is when you get to the Tiger Woods stage where they want to let you know what they really think about you, all the people that you shit on, they're not going to be there to really champion your defense, right? They're not going to be there to really sound the bullhorn, right? And I know a lot of people look at being Black as just such a derogatory and negative thing. But why is it that when you're in a fraternity, your fraternity is not looked at as a negative thing? But is it not a marginal, is it not a group? Is it not a separate group? Is it not a group of a smaller body of people? Is it not a group of people who are distinct, right? But they're not looked at, a fraternity is not looked at negative, right? When you join other associations, right, that are specific to your interests or specific to how you may be represented, it's not looked at as negative. But as soon as you talk about being Black, it's looked at as something that is negative, that you are separating yourself from the whole, or that you are ostracizing yourself, or you should be ostracized or marginalized. It's looked at as not beneficiary, right? When you're really part of a secret society that you don't know about. That you're help, these people that say that they're not Black, they're helping the secret society to really get stronger. Because the more and more you say you're not Black, the easier it is for us to identify those that identify as Black, right? And I know when you go into this whole word Black, you want to go into, oh, it means this and that based on whether you are more or, however you want to identify yourself. But we know the reason why people do that, right? And again, it's racism, it's hatred, and it's this illusion that if you stop calling yourself Black, that somehow you're going to be seen as in a better light, when that's not the case. Black is a beautiful color. Black is a beautiful representation. There's a lot of metaphoric reasons about it. There's a lot of factual benefits about just the very color Black. So I don't even want to hear that argument right now. But what I want to point out is that if Zoe Kravitz doesn't want to be Black, so be it. Let her be, right? We shouldn't be forcing anybody to be in our quote unquote secret society, whatever the case may be, right? Because ultimately, we need people to kind of tell you who they are, because post-slavery and post all this, integration and all of this, it's kind of hard to kind of identify, who's really, in your circle, or who's really who really has the best interest for you. So when people come out and just straight bold up tell you, I'm not Black, even though they are, and even though that other people are going to view them as Black, it's better that they tell you out of their mouth that they don't want to be Black than you think that this is your, your homegirl or your homeboy, that this is somebody who represents you, or who, you are in any type of association with, when they're not. So this is what she says. She says, I think this is on her Instagram page. I think I'll go back. I think she's typos in here. She says, I think I'll got to take a Black walk and have a Black talk with my Black friend, maybe have some Black lunch, watch a Black movie, sing a Black song, smoke a Black bong, then take a Black nap in my Black bed, in my Black sheets, and have some Black dreams. Now, she's trying to drop. She's trying to rhyme, right? But, and then she says, happy to be Black, just don't need to say it in front of everything. What's wrong with saying that you're a Black artist, though? Like, that was an over exaggeration there, saying I'm taking a Black walk, having a Black. That was, she used Black in a derogatory way. What's wrong with talking to your Black friend and having a Black lunch? We know we don't want what Becky's eating. We don't want any raw chicken. We don't want any uncooked foods. We want to be able to live to tell, what I ate today. Okay? But here's the thing. White people do it. White people have a white walk. They have a white talk. They have a hell of a lot of white friends. They'll let you know that they got 5 Black friends. They'll let you know that, right? Nobody complains about that, right? They'll have a white lunch, there's plenty of white movies. They don't have to say it, right? They'll listen to some white songs, smoke on a white bong, have a white nap in their white sheets, because a lot of them do not want nothing Black. But white, to them, white is right. So they'll go ahead and do that and have their little white dreams. And they let you know about that every Christmas, that they're dreaming of a white Christmas, right? They're very happy to be white. And a lot of them want to see it in front of everything, right? But they don't have to. It's already there. It's already prevalent. And it's like the more you do things like say that you're not Black, or that you don't want to see Black in front of everything, and the more you do things like that, it's the more you can kind of just create this whole melting pot where you really are no longer Black. Why would you want to see Black fade? Why would you not want to see Black continue to grow and blossom? Why would you not want to see more Black artists? So to say that, you're just an artist, it's really like you're saying that everybody has the very same equal opportunity to do all the things that you have done in your life, or that the every white person is doing, or every other person is doing. No, the reason why people say that they are Black doctors, Black this and Black that, is because they know that there's an extra layer of struggle there. There's an extra layer of even achievement, and that even once you become these things, to maintain that is twice as hard, probably 3 or 4 times as hard, right? So to say that you are a Black professional per se is a constant reminder to stay on your toes, to stay on your guard, to keep your head up, to keep your ears to the ground, to know what's going on, and to not forget who you are. Because the minute that you forget who you are. That's when they come with that teacup and that spoon, and you're completely under their control. You're, you know, and that's what I see going on, because as of lately, she's been coming out with a lot more blonde hair, you know, and all of that. So it seems like she's going, you know, she's fully gone over to the other side, and, you know, that's good for her. That's good for her. Nobody's shedding any tears over her, you know, just all you have to do is just, I don't really think a lot of Black people are supporting her music anymore, or her art, or whatever the case may be, which is clearly probably what she's seeing. It's like, and then these artists, they don't understand either, is that once your tickets or your art pieces or whatever, you know, your fees and all of these things get to a certain price, of course you are going to, just by nature, start to lose a lot of Black or, you know, whether it's following, whether it's people coming to your concerts, buying your work, buying this or that, because all Black people haven't been given game on, you know, for one, how to get money. You know, they haven't been given game on how to, you know, maybe why you might want to spend a little more on something, right? So to just say that you're not Black because of a lack of education or a lack of opportunity that is given to other Blacks, that's not going to make the problem go away. And then, like I said, just in my last live stream, you're still going to appear to these people who you're trying to be amongst and everything. You're still going to appear to them as though you hate yourself, and they can tell that, and they can see that. They know when you really don't want to be who you are, when you want to turn your back on your people, and then they can't trust you. They can't trust you. They don't trust you. They won't trust you. But you know, what does she care? She's dated like 8 or 9 white people, and I think Drake might have been one of the closest things to Black. I think she dated Drake and some other cracker. I'm sorry, not cracker. I don't know if he was a cracker. Some Twin Shadow. You could tell he got some Black in him, with a name like Twin Shadow. Everybody else she dated has a first and a last name. Ben Foster, Ezra Miller, Michigan Fassbender. Listen to these crackers' names: Penn Badgley. Then you got Drake. Then you got James Levy, Noah Gabriel Becker, Chris Pine. Then you got Twin Shadow. So she dated about 2 white guys, and she's, you know, she's pretty much what appears to be a bedwench. So I mean, who cares whether she calls herself Black or not? She doesn't want to be Black, so be it. But as far as Black, the word Black being, you know, being a Black artist or being a Black doctor, being looked at as something as negative, then, you know, I mean, you might want to peel your skin off cell by cell or kill yourself, because you're not going to stop people from viewing you as such. It's like, you think you're talking to Black people when you say, I don't want to be seen as a Black artist, or you might think you're talking to Black people when you say stuff like that. Or you might think that you're saying something intelligent. You might think that you're saying something that is progressive or that is unifying. But you really look stupid. You really look like you hate yourself to them, and you really look like you have low self-esteem, or that something as such is causing you low self-esteem, and that you've been a victim. You're being a victim. That's when you look like you're being a victim of who you are, right? And they're not going to lend out their hand to you and say, here's some whiteness, wipe all that Black away. No. And it's like, you know, you're going to do things like what, like Sammy Sosa, and bleach your skin. You're causing yourself more harm, and you're going to have to deal with it at some point or another. And then she uses the whole crown thing that, you know, if you're on Instagram, you notice that they got the little crown symbol. She uses the whole crown symbol. I'll make it as my thumbnail so y'all can see, in case you haven't seen the, I guess you could call it art that somebody has posted in what looks like a stairwell, and then she stood by it to kind of validate that she feels that way, or so that's what she did. And but they used a little crown. It's like, it's a lot of Black artists that, from my understanding, came up with that stuff, right? Because we view ourselves as kings and queens. So now this stuff is all getting back usurped right back into white supremacy and being used back against you to say, oh, I'm not Black, but I still want to wear the crown, and I still want, come on now. These people need to get the fuck out of here. Let them go, like drop them, right? But we could have seen this one coming. Her father sings a lot of crackery songs, a lot of metro, I guess it would be considered metrosexual or metropolitan or whatever. So, this is no surprise. It's really no surprise. But what it is kind of like, it does send a message to other Black artists. And we need more Black art. That's the thing. We in a sense, we need more Black artists right now, because you don't have a lot of imagery that is promoting positive Black images. So when you have a Black artist, the tag Black art Black on in front of the word artist in any setting, it kind of helps other Black people to know where to look and who to look to, so you can kind of get an idea of what type of art that they might be be specializing in. So for example, if I want a really dope art piece, like if I want a dope banner or something for, say, a website, I don't want nothing from Becky. I don't want Joe designing my art piece. I know they're going to do a good job, because if you go to a lot of these blogs, a lot of times they make these little cartoon images of the owner of the blog, or they represent their blog in a certain way. I know that they're going to do an all right job. But if I want something with some extra like passion put it in, or if I want something with some that really represents me, if I want something that just kind of touches on every little, aspect, right, that really connects with me, I want a Black artist, because I want something that is current, right? So that's who I'm going to go to. So that's what I have to say about that. Join the website www.kingnobleuncensored.com. Stay connected. I know I'm not really getting in the chat like that, because I'm still trying to figure out how to use this. I can see it now, but I'm still trying to figure out how to, like, it's on two separate screens, so it's really not that easy to use this live and the chat at the same time until I figure out a better way. But maybe some other time we'll unify all that. So like the video, share, subscribe, and check out my other videos. Check out King Noble's video that I was playing earlier. It's called "You Might Be a Part of a Secret Society and Not Even Know It," or without even knowing it. Peace.